Great, thank you, Joe. Okay. Michelle, at this time, have we heard from the respondent?
I have not heard.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make a motion, and I'll pass the reins on to Jay Moore at this time.
Okay.
Jay.
All right. Based on the testimony and documents that have been presented today at today's hearings, the board has concluded that the respondent violated the following laws: General Statute 20-338A and Regulations of Connecticut State Agency Section 20-338A. The board would like to make a motion to impart the max fine for case 2022-50 of $47,500 and an immediate suspension of Mr. Ducato's P1 until the fine is paid in full. The board also recommends an additional investigation through DOL Revenue Services, GCP Trade Practices, and DAS pre-qualifications. The board would also like to be certain that the motion made for the DOL to make the workers whole for the prevailing wage violations was accepted.
That's our motion.
Is our motion.
Do we have a second?
Seconded.
Second by Aaron Nachbar. Any discussion? Any further discussion? All in favor of Jay Moore's motion and Aaron Nachbar's second, say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye. 6 votes have it. It passes. Thank you, board members.
Attorney Fernandez, is everything I added into that acceptable for those motions for further investigation?
So the further investigation wouldn't be part of the decision, in this case.
Yep.
Since, you know what I mean? So the board would only be really ruling on the violations listed by the department, and then those investigations would be a separate topic. Voted on by the board.
We can make the referral.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be nice to ensure that those other investigations take place.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm out of line with asking this question, but I know there was debarment laws that just passed here in Connecticut. I mean, and I think the prevailing wage violations are in pursuit of that. I was just wondering if how does DAS get notified of this?
I'm not aware of that topic. I don't know if Mr. Mesmer can elaborate on that, but that's not something that is in my wheelhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not aware, but given the fact that for this motion, his credential is now suspended, he should not be engaging in any occupational work as he is now unlicensed. And if he continues to engage in occupational work, it could be a violation of 2341A for him engaging in work unlicensed, which could then be criminal.
Right. No, I understand that, John. It's only temporary though. If he pays the fine tomorrow, he's back in business. And there was just this past session, law passed about debarment based on prevailing wage violations up to an X amount of money. So, I think that needs to go to the proper channels.
Yep. So we probably would have to defer to DOL wage and hour on that one and their investigation to see what the outcome of the investigation results in.
Okay. Is that something that'll happen through Janita or Cynthia? How does that move forward?
The department itself will make the recommendation, the referral per the board to DOL and forward the information gained within the investigation for within that referral.
Okay.
And so one more thing, just to clarify for purposes of the decision and for the record, you're finding that the violations the department listed out in its complaint have been proven by a preponderance of the evidence, correct?
Yes, we were looking for that verbiage and we couldn't find it, but yes, by the preponderance of evidence, the board has found Mr. Ducato guilty of violating General Statute 20-338A and the regulations of Connecticut State Agency Section -2338A. If that's,
And right, and the listing of the violations that were in the complaint.
and
correct.
yes, I do not have those, and all the violations
Okay.
that you listed in the complaint.
Right, exactly right. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yes, it's all the,
Um,
yes, and that's the maximum fine you recommended through the prayer relief was $47,500, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And then in addition to that, you said the suspension of the P1 until paid in full, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Immediate
Immediate suspension.
okay. All right,
And the recommendations on top of that, if that carries any weight.
okay.
And if he pays in full quickly, we need to make sure he's up to date on his CEUs.
Yeah, I guess.
Right, in order to reinstate.
Attorney Fernandez, will that suspension occur today after this meeting is over? So we know the 2-year limit as to when he can, if he doesn't, you want to make sure if he has to retest in 2 years under state statute as well.
So generally, the board's decision is effective when the commissioner signs the written decision. So that's something that, the board decided today. However, it's not official and it's not effective against his license. We can't make a move on his license until the commissioner signs that decision.
And I believe my signature has to be with the commissioner's decision.
Right.
In that same document. So as soon as the commissioner does do that, please, I will quickly turn that around, whether I drive to Hartford or I send it via a scan email.
Okay, all right, perfect, thank you.
I noticed, do we have to make an amendment to have the CEUs? I'd like to make
Yes,
an amendment to that motion.
Just saw Jerry mention that. It probably
that.
would be good.
Can I make an amendment to my motion to add in, the CEUs must be a current and up to date to reinstate the licenses? Once
Second amendment.
the fine is paid in full. There's a second. for the
Aaron,
I did
motion.
second amendment. Do we
Yeah.
need to vote on amendment?
Okay, do we need to revote?
I think so. On an amendment, you need to vote,
Okay, so we
yeah.
have a motion and a second to make sure that the department follows up with the CE credential, making sure Mr. Ducato has followed the continuing education up to date for his renewal once his suspension is over, once he's paid the fine. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, okay. Any noes? Okay, so moves. Passes 6-0. Attorney Fernandez, is there anything else for us today?
I believe we're all set.
I'd like to take this time to thank the department.
Yep. Well done, Janita, well done.
Yep,
Excellent.
a lot of hard work there.
well
Thank
done,
you.
agree.
We-
Very
Thank
good
you.
job, Janita.
Thank you.
A lot of great investigation work there, a
Yep.
lot of time and effort. Thank you.
That is a fact.
That is true.
Time and effort, yes. Thank
All right,
you to
thanks, everyone.
Jim.
Good to see
Thank
you.
to the board.
All right,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Chairman,
Thank
planning board
you.
members,
Great
thank you
day.
very much for your
Thanks,
time. Have
everyone.
a great day.
Thanks. Yep.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Jer.